So in the last video, I said we should compare the post-game interviews of MJ and LeBron. We got MJ's Game 6. I said Game 6. 1998, yeah, Game 6. Never went to Game 7. 1998, Game 6 post-game interview, and I got him sitting down afterwards. And I got LeBron James, Cleveland, 3-1. This is free. What's good, YouTube's boy Torson, but that's what we got. Let's get right into it.
He desperately wanted to come. I didn't want him to come here today because I wanted to focus on the game, but I wish they were here to help me celebrate. I know they're there cheering, and I can't wait to get home. But to the Utah fans, you guys are a tough bunch to play in front of. You guys came out with a lot of loyalty and respect for your team. You made it really tough for us. We really, after losing Game 5 in Chicago, a couple of us dread coming back to Utah because we had to deal with the fans because of the energy that they bring to the game.
So let's start. We're going to section this out. So Jordan brings up how he wishes his family was here, right? Or he wishes his family was here to see this. I think probably his dad, because I'm not sure what they're talking about. And then he gives kudos to the Utah fans for how hard it is to play in the arena. Okay.
But we had no choice, so we had to come in and play our best. And you guys made it a very competitive finals, and you know it's very worthy to win this. And I think of all the championships that we won, this is the toughest.
It doesn't get any easier, but at the beginning of the season, this was the goal that you set out for. How wonderful was it to make this into a reality?
Well, I tell you, when you start the season, I'm pretty sure every team next year is going to start with the focus of finishing and winning their last game. We started with that focus. It was a long road, a lot of different tasks and little bumps in the road, but somehow we made it, and I think everybody who looks at this year is going to have a lot of gratification and understanding and a lot of dedication.
There were a lot of times during the course of the season that people doubted the Chicago Bulls, doubted that you'd be able to come back and pull this off. Even during this
Jordan is going in about team success right now, it seems like.
Finals series here, people doubted you. How did you guys stay so confident?
Well, I mean, this team is one. Our leadership is strong. Our leadership is very positive, very determined, and it filters down to the rest of the players. And we never let anybody give up. You know, we believed in it, and we kept coming for it.
All right, I've asked everybody if they're all going to come around and try to do this again. One more time?
I would love for that to happen. I think that's something that's got to have to be determined over the summer.
All right. Congratulations, Michael.
Michael used a lot of weed, too. I didn't see Michael really say nothing about himself in that. I'm not sure LeBron is going to, but I'm not going to be surprised. I like that, though. That's smooth. That's also the game when Scotty's back was out, right? I feel like he could have said a lot. He could have definitely said he carried if he wanted to. Let's be real. What? 33 points per game? He was snapping that.
Mike, overcome with emotion.
We got Kyrie. We got LeBron hugging Kyrie right now. So we got, huh? Let's see. All right. Early predictions. Do you guys think LeBron is going to bring up team success and give credit to the Warriors like MJ did? Or do you think he's going to say I and talk about other stuff?
Mike,
comment down below. Do not cheat.
Overcome with emotion is exactly how I would describe LeBron's reaction as he shares a hug with Kyrie. We'll get in a minute, but he is still crying tears of joy. LeBron.
I'm sorry, Doris.
No worries, Kyrie. LeBron, as soon as that buzzer sounded, your emotions let loose. Can you describe what you're feeling right now?
I set out a goal 2 years when I came back to bring a championship to this city.
Yo, LeBron started off with I set a goal. This man, so Jordan literally started off talking about how his family, right? Family, and about how hard the fans were. Giving credit to the fans. LeBron starting off about how he set a goal.
I gave everything that I had. I put my heart, my blood, my sweat, my tears to this game, and against all odds, I don't know why we want to take the hardest road. I don't know why the man above gives me the hardest road, but it's nothing the man above don't put you in situations that you can't handle. And I just kept that same positive attitude. Instead of saying why me, they're saying this is what he want me to do. And
yo, what is LeBron? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Are y'all seeing this, bro? Now, so this is wild. Peep game of how many times he said I. I don't think I heard Jordan say I once. And then Jordan went straight to giving the fans, the Jazz fans, props and saying how good the opponent was. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, really not talking about himself at all. LeBron off rip. He's giving himself flowers. Like, I know you want it, yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is the time. But this is also when you see how somebody really feels, though. You know what I'm saying? How people... I kind of think I see why Kyrie left, bro. Like, I already kind of knew, but, like, dang, like, it's night and day the difference.
Cleveland! This is for you!
And then he's, like, talking about how... He said the man above gives him the hardest battles. And he's talking about how 3-1 like, he's just saying everything to give himself flowers, bro. Like, what? Like, that sounded... Bro, let's go back. I'm sorry. Am I tripping? Bro, keep what MJ said in mind. And here it is.
What you're feeling right
Go 2 years when I came back to bring a championship to this city. I gave everything that I had. I poured my heart, my blood, my sweat, my tears to this game, and against all odds, I don't know why we want to take the hardest road. I don't know why the man above gives me the hardest road, but it's nothing the man above don't put you in situations that you can't handle. And I just kept that same positive attitude, like, instead of saying why me, they're saying this is what he want me to do. And
You, huh? So you was the only one on this team? Is that unseen? Did you and Kyrie not make history? I mean, dang. You can't even get put up work. Kyrie! Like, what happened to Kyrie?
twice in a place that proved too much for so many teams. What did you find in Game 5 here?
just locked in. I had to change my approach a little bit on how I approach the game. I wasn't that good in the first 2 games here in this building. I watched a lot of film, detailed it out, changed my blueprint, and was able to put together some spectacular games after being down 3-1. History, we're in the record books. We're the first team ever to come back from a 3-1 deficit. This is special.
We'll see you in a few minutes on the podium, LeBron. Mike.
All right, so I'm not gonna say LeBron gassed himself up crazy, but it's just a big difference between him and MJ. I didn't think MJ legit didn't say I or me once, bro. Like, we could go back. Let's go back to MJ. This might be a little bit of a long video, longer than I thought. I only got 2 interviews up, but we need to do this, bro. We have to, because we just seen LeBron's twice, and I think LeBron said I like 11 times. Within that, it's the same amount of time. Let's peep game. We're not going to do 2. Let's peep game, bro.
So they desperately wanted to come. I didn't want them to come here today because I wanted to focus on the game, but I wish they were here to help me celebrate. I know they're there cheering, and I can't wait to get home. But to the Utah fans, you guys are a tough bunch to play in front of. You guys came out with a lot of loyalty and respect for your team. You made it really tough for us. We really, after losing Game 5 in Chicago, a couple of us dread coming back to Utah because we had to deal with the fans because of the energy that they bring to the game. But we had no choice, so we had to come in and play our best, and you guys made it a very competitive finals, and you know, it's very worthy to win this, and I think of all the championships that we won, this is the toughest.
It doesn't get any easier, but at the beginning of the season, this was the goal that you set out for. How wonderful was it to make this into a reality?
Well, I tell you, when you start the season, I'm pretty sure every team next year is going to start with the focus of finishing and winning their last game. We started with that focus. It was a long road, a lot of different tasks and little bumps in the road, but somehow we made it, and I think everybody who looks at this year is going to have a lot of gratification and understanding and a lot of dedication.
There were a lot of times during the course of the season that people doubted the Chicago Bulls, doubted that you'd be able to come back and pull this off. Even during this finals series here, people doubted you. How'd you guys stay so confident?
Well, I mean, this team is one. Our leadership is strong. Our leadership is very positive, very determined, and it filters down to the rest of the players. And we never let anybody give up. You know, we believed in it, and we kept coming for it.
All right, I've asked everybody if they're all going to come around to try to do this again. One more time?
I would love for that to happen. I think that's something that's got to have to do.
Bro, the dude said you so many times to MJ, and he said we so many times. I also peeped that, like, these questions are basically, it's the same thing. They're basically giving the same answers. It's just they're both wording it differently. You know what I mean? Like LeBron, he's worrying it more like most of it was about how very centered around him, bro. Because he just kept saying, I this, I that, I this. And Jordan really just put it towards everybody. We. Or he didn't really even bring up what, like, he bring up the struggles of the team when he talked about what y'all had to go through. He didn't bring up how the man above made him go through the hardest road. Oh. Good cap. What's up, what's up with Bron, bro? I feel like that's gotta be like, I don't know. What? I can't say, bro, because I don't know what his relationship is with that. So I can't even say. But hardest road, that was, I don't know. Is this really the hardest road championship? Now let me know. Let's get into this post-game interview, though. That's bars.
First question in the second row on the right.
LeBron, David Barkley, KTSF. First off, congratulations on the win. So this being your third title, there's obviously a lot of footnotes that separate this, but does this championship resonate with you as being a little bit extra special, being that it's for the city of Cleveland, for the state of Ohio where you grew up?
Absolutely. You know, just knowing what our city has been through, Northeast Ohio has been through as far as our sports and everything for the last 50-plus years. You can look back to the Ernest Biner fumble, Elway going 99 yards, to Jose Mason not being able to close out in the box.
Yo, I just realized Bronny James is spotted, man. Les Sperm in the building.
Bottom of the ninth. So the Cavs going to the finals. I was on that team in 2007. I was getting swept, and then last year I was losing 4-2, and so many more stories. And our fans on the back to the Ernest Biner fumble, Elway going 99 yards, to Jose Mason not being able to close out in the bottom of the ninth. So the Cavs going to the finals. I was on that team in 2007. I was getting swept, and then last year I was losing 4-2, and so many more stories. And our fans, they ride or die, no matter what's been going on, no matter, you know, the Browns, the Indians, the Cavs, and so on, and all the other sports teams, they continue to support us, and for us to be able to end this drought, our fans deserve it. They deserve it, and it was for them.
David on the left.
David Aldridge, TNT. LeBron, I asked you a couple of times about that, about the notion of what finally winning one would do for yourself and for the city of Cleveland, and also, and especially for Akron. And I just wonder, now that you've accomplished it, you know, is it relief? Is it excitement? What are the emotions?
Well, I mean, yeah, David, you've been harping on it a lot the last couple of weeks, and you know, for me, I'm true to the game, and I know what I bring to the table, and I came back for a reason. I came back to bring a championship to our city. I knew what I was capable of doing. I knew what I learned in the last couple of years that I was gone, and I knew if I had to. When I came back, I knew I had the right ingredients and the right blueprint to help this franchise get back to it, to a place that we've never been. And
yo, what's up with LeBron, bro? Dude, yo, do people not peep this, bro? Do LeBron fans not watching this, reading between the lines? Are they not seeing this, bro? Everything is I.
That's what it was all about, David. I mean, you know, right now it's just excitement. You know, it's not even relief. It's just excitement for us as a team, as a franchise, as a city, as a community. You know, to be able to continue to build up our city, continue to be an inspiration to our city, it means everything, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
LeBron, at 3-1, with them having 2 on their record at home, what do you think turned the series around?
Well, I mean, for me, when I came up here after we lost Game 4, at home, I said, hey, listen, we got to take one possession, one game at a time, and we're going to Golden State, so, you know, we got to fly home anyway, so why not have another game? You know, and I believed in that. And my guys believe in me as their leader. Every single day, I preach to them every single day. I'm their leader, and they allow me to lead those guys every single night, and I was just true to that. I believed, and nobody else believed besides the other 14 guys in our coaching staff and our fans. You know, so, you know, just going out and executing and putting things together and making plays, and we was able to do that.
Mike?
Mike Wise on ESPN. LeBron, when you're sitting on the bench before the game and the national anthem, you seem to be deep in thought. What was really going through your mind at that point?
Just zeroing in on what needs to be done to help us win. You know, obviously I put the effort into it, but, you know, just thinking about.
All right, that's LeCap. I heard enough of LeCap for a little bit. No, you gotta finish it.
The game, you know, thinking about the plays, understanding that they're going to make a run. They're a great team. Understanding we're gonna make some mistakes, but, you know, it's how we come back from it, how we move on to the next possession. And then also just I'm just living in the moment. I told my guys before the game, listen, there is a game to be played, but there's not many guys, there's not many teams that get an opportunity to be in the NBA Finals in the Game 7. It's just not. And this is my second one, and I'm able to say that I've been victorious twice in Game 7. So, I just told the guys, don't take this for granted. Don't take it for granted. Let's go out, and our coaching staff gave us a great plan, and let's go and execute it.
You guys are losing tears there, J.R. Smith. It's a real genuine scene. What comes to your mind? All the people that were for you when you were young. What has happened?
A little bit of everything.
Bro, also too, when I think about it, back then the series and the playoffs didn't even go for as long as they do now. So they played less games in the playoffs. And Jordan, I think, is still the playoff king, right? I mean, LeBron has the most playoff points. But it just goes to show you how many more games they play now, too, with that. And also, like, I'm saying, like, for LeBron, he's also been in Game 7 multiple times. So he's probably played so many more playoff games than MJ. But MJ has more rings.
All the emotions, everything. Obviously, I know what JR's been through in his career. People counting him out and saying he's this, he's that. Not understanding, you can't have that, mama. That's not yours. You can't have that. That's for daddy. But just understand what JR's been through, you know, and people just saying that, you know, there's no way he could be a winner. You know, when our GM came to us last year and said, hey, we got a deal to get Timothy Miles Golf and get Iman Shumpert, and the Knicks are going to throw in JR. I was like, what? They're going to throw in JR into the deal? And I was like, okay, I got him. And JR turned himself into not only a huge boost to our team, but he turned himself into a two-way player, both sides of the floor. And I think those emotions came out of JR at the end of those games. Those emotions came out of me just leading 14 guys and understanding, like I said, what our city's been through for the last 50-plus years since Jim Brown. And then also just people just counting me out. You know, throughout my 13-year career, I've done nothing but be true to the game, give everything I got to the game, put my heart, my blood, sweat, tears to the game, and people still want to doubt what I'm capable of doing. So that was a little icing on the cake, you know, for myself to you know, just let me know that everything I've done, you know, it results in this. And they say hard work pays off, and that's what happened tonight.
He is, of course, the franchise joining the Chicago Bulls back in 1984 after panning Olympic gold. Here is Michael.
That was a smooth transition. All right, so the LeBron one, yeah, it is true. For sure, LeBron, he's one of the greats. But, dang, I was thinking about he played a lot of Game 7s. How y'all feel about that LeBron James post-game interview? Was I nitpicking too much with the eyes for that? I don't know. But let's see how MJ does his.
Jeffrey Jordan.
The crowd that was really energetic and kept them motivated, and you know, we lost our opportunities to win it at home, and we came here. I mean, at first, you know, as soon as the game ended in Chicago, it was some dim feelings and some negative thoughts, you know. And as time went past, I think everybody realized that if we want that sixth title, we have to go through Utah to get it, you know, and we have to go out there and win it out there. So I mean, you know, I think those negative thoughts erased very quickly, you know, and it's a great day for everybody, I think.
Michael, few people in the world face retirement with so many others caring about the decision that he makes. You mean so much to so many people, to the league, to the other players, to the networks, even to the economy. How do you make... How do you...
Whoa! The Glades is crazy, though. He's probably not even... This, you know what this is? It's probably because he doesn't even do it to himself. I think that's why he got so many people talk highly of him, bro. Because I don't hear him. This is what I'm talking.
Make the right decision for money. Few people in the world face retirement with so many others caring about the decision that he makes. You mean so much to so many people, to the league, to the other players, to the networks, even to the economy. How do you make the right decision for Michael Jordan, the human being, independent of all the other people and forces that are tugging on him?
You know, it's a gut feeling. You know, it's just a feeling that I have. You know, when I walked away the first time, it was a feeling. It wasn't something someone told me. When I came back, it was a feeling. You know, if and when that time comes where I got to walk away, I hope that because I walked away, no one look at me any less. You know, and sure, the economy may take a different turn, but I would advise you to invest wisely. And you know, my life has to continue. You know, hopefully I put enough memories out there for everybody to at least have some thoughts about what Michael Jordan did in his 13 years or 14 years or whatever it takes, and put some comparisons up there for kids to follow and compare themselves and reach, you know, and that's a part of the challenge. And, you know, I have another life, and I know I have to get to it, you know, at some point in time, and hopefully the fans and the people understand it.
Michael, you said last week that this was the toughest year for Coach Jackson as a coach. What about you as a player?
It was tough. You know, it was tough in the sense that I was more competitive than I ever was because I wanted to win more than I ever did, because of some of the bumps in the road, Scotty being out. Dennis, had to step up, and every now and then we had to, deal with Dennis and deal with the different types of expectations, some of the, criticism about our team and the lifestyle that we live. And, it's bearing on it. It just takes its toll on an individual,
So they both brought up about the team, what they both been through on the team, like how LeBron brought up J.R. Smith, he brought up Pippen and Dennis Rodman.
Sure, we just have to keep looking at the bigger picture. Which is tonight is the biggest picture we could think of. And sure, sometimes the pictures don't look so clearly, but if you keep moving in the right direction, it's going to clear itself up. And tonight is very, very clear.
Michael, you just won your 6th championship with Scotty and Paul Jackson. As a man on leave of as a player on leave of challenges, how much is a challenge is it for you to win one without them?
Pretty sure it's a major challenge. But the question is, do I want to do that or not? That's the things that has to be debated over the summer.
Michael, how frustrating it is, or at least annoying, to have to talk that much about your future tonight?
Say that again?
How frustrating, or at least annoying, is it to have to talk that much about your future and the future of the team tonight?
It's not annoying. I mean, most people have been waiting for that, my answer is, there's still a lot of unanswered questions, and tonight is a lot of sympathetic feelings about this team and where we want it to go. But as time it gets involved, some of the feelings may change. You never know. But I think that's the purpose of waiting to the end of the summer, or in the summer, and making final decisions.
Michael, the other night, you seemed so intrigued by the thought of dropping the last 3 and possibly walking away. The fact that you played such a great last minute and hit a game-winning shot, title-winning shot, is that going to, do you like the idea of going out that way?
Yes. If that's the case, yes. When I got that rebound, my thoughts are.
He said, if that's the case, yeah. Bro, I'm noticing, bro, these interviews for both of them, they're both saying the same things, literally, just in a different way.
Very positive, and the crowd gets quiet.
Not exactly the same things, but most of it is the same things, bro. And if y'all understand the comments what I mean, let me know.
The moment starts to become the moment, for me, and that's what we've been, that's part of that Zen Buddhism stuff, the moment, once you get in the moment, when you're there, things start to move slowly, you start to see the court very well, you start reading what the defenses are trying to do, and I saw that moment, and, when I saw the moment, the opportunity to take advantage of it when Russell reached, and I took advantage of that moment, and I never doubted myself, I never doubted the whole game. We were hanging too close. It was a 3-point game, 4-point game, 5-point game. Scottie Pippen's hurt. Dennis and everybody's in foul trouble, and they never really burst out and left us standing. And we kept hanging in there, and I knew that we were gonna have an opportunity to win this game, and I just wanted to be able to do that. And from an offensive standpoint, sure, you look at my rebounds. I only had maybe 2 or 3 rebounds, and I told Phil that I know I'm gonna have to play a lot of minutes. I have to conserve energy somewhere, and unfortunately, I had to be on the rebounding edge. And but the offense, I had to step forward.
Okay, last question for Michael.
Michael, after John hit that 3-pointer, you scored the last 4 points. You actually scored the last 8, but you scored the last 4 on baskets. Talk about those last 2 baskets, your layup and then the jumper. And did that jumper remind you of last year, Game 1, with Brian guarding you? He reached, you went.
It was in a very similar situation. The play before that was, with Karl Malone. We've been trying to double team him. And Hornacek was trying to, I guess, pick Karl Malone, and he never really cleared, which gave me an opportunity to go back. And Karl never saw me coming, and I was able to knock the ball away. The play before that was when Phil called an isolation play for me, to take it to the hole and make him foul me or get an easy basket, which is what I did. But when I got the ball, I looked up and I saw 18.5 seconds left, and I felt like we couldn't call a timeout because it gave defenses an opportunity to set up, and it was a do-or-die situation. So I let the time tick to where I felt like I had the court right where I wanted to, and Stockton was on the right-hand side with Steve Kerr. I knew he couldn't gamble because Steve has killed him before. So, and as soon as Russell reached, he gave me a clear lane, which, I made my initial drive, and, he bit on it, and I stopped, pulled up, and I had an easy jump shot. Great look, and went in. And once it went in, I knew from that point on we've been hanging around long enough. This is a game-winning basket. Now it's just a matter of playing solid defense. And our defense has held us strong all series, and we would never be in this scenario without our defense. So all we had to do was play defense for 5.8 minutes, 5.8 seconds, and I knew we could do that.
Yo, man, this is inspirational, bro.
Okay.
That man said, pulled up, stop, easy shot. Like, he made it, why he make it seem so chill? Like, so casual, bro. Like, the game 6 shot to get 40, he has that 43 points to get 45, has the last 6 points. Rodman foul trouble, Pippen hurt. He just makes it all seem casual, like.
Thank you, Michael. Next up, we'll have Scott.
You know, Paxton can't pick up. Not Paxton. Hornacek, right? He couldn't pick up on Kerr.
The electric smile remains. Michael Jeffrey George.
MJ had 45 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. What was the end score, bro? This is what I was saying, bro. People be worried about the stat pattern. MJ really is out there just to win. The team probably had 90 to 100 points. You know they needed half the points, and look what he did.
1998 Championship Series MVP tonight. 45 points for Michael. Just 1 assist.
Hey.
1 rebound. He took 35 shots, but this was a man who, in effect, had to put a basketball team on his back and carry them to the promised land. 43 minutes of play for a man who is obviously physically exhausted.
Man, that was his last game on the Bulls, too, which is crazy. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. This video is way longer than I expected. Hope y'all have a blessed day as well. It's your boy, Tori Sama, and I'm out.